Hello everyone, Terra here. Welcome back to my channel and to another figure review. I would like to apologize for not making any new videos lately. I've been really stuck with my actual work and I have been away for a couple of weeks, so I've not been able to actually put any work in. So for today's review I brought with me the Cybertron Leader Class Optimus Prime, because as you know, lately the Hasbro and Takara and the third-party companies have started rebooting a lot of these old figures, so I said to myself, why not showcase this one? Also, because I've been thinking of buying the third-party Commander of the Stars figure, but because I've been seeing some negative reviews about it, I would like your input, so please leave your comment below if I should get it or not. So let's get on with the actual review of the figure itself. So starting from the vehicle mode, of course this being Optimus Prime, he turns into a red and blue truck. And in this case, I think it looks to be a Cybertronian truck, because the last time I've checked, I haven't seen a truck that has these two massive weapons on top. And just a little bit of detail about the series on this one. The Cybertron series is the third and final part of the Unicron trilogy, and basically the whole story revolves around the Autobots trying to find the 4 planetary keys of the 4 planets that are orbiting Cybertron so that they revive Primus and he stops a black hole. And the gimmick about it is that, just like with Armada, when they use the minicons to unlock powers, they use these Cyber Planet keys, which basically are inserted into a specific port, which allows like certain things to start happening. For example, this one. Come on, get in there. Yeah. So as soon as you enter the key inside, this just flips out. So that's pretty much it about the planet keys. So let's take a look at the truck itself. Quite a decent truck, quite large I can say, but I mean, the design is quite simple, so you can pretty much tell that these are the legs. But other than that, the detail is quite nice. You've got some Optimus Prime colors on there. You've got the blue, you've got some clear blue up here for the sirens. You can obviously tell that the head is here, not very well hidden. And actually, I mistransformed this one. These should have been on this side. And then you have these Cybertronian cannons on top. They have some really nice detailing here with the grills. And of course some Cybertronian and mechanical detailing here on the back and here. I mean, it can roll, the wheels are plastic, but unfortunately these ones don't seem to be able to touch the ground whatsoever. Nonetheless though, this is quite a show accurate figure, and I think most of the figures on this series are, and it looks like they've actually made the CGI animations based on the actual figures. I think it's an interesting theory, might be the case, it might not, I'm not sure. Now in this mode you also have the jet mode, which is pretty simple to do. You just flip out these guns here, you rotate them on the top hinge and just flip it down like so. And you do the same on the other side. Rotate it out, flip it down. And there you have the flight mode. Quite an interesting thing. I mean, it looks a bit silly, but it's show accurate, so what can you do about it? As for size comparison in this mode, here he is with Voyager Leo Breaker. We just bring him to the front. I mean, he's just slightly longer. Here he is with Leader Class Movie Optimus Prime. More or less the same length. I mean, the cabin on this one is just slightly taller. And here he is with Leader Class Ultra Magnus from the animated series. Again, pretty Leader Class size. They are quite close to each other. So that's pretty much it about the alt modes. So let's get on with the transformation. Now first of all, just to make things easier, you just want to grab this part here, lift it up. It just secures on these pegs right here, which go on the back of the legs. So now we're left with this basic truck. So to transform the truck is fairly simple. You just rotate this part down, which is pretty much the legs, split them apart, and you want to move this knee joint outwards, just like so. Then these lower part joints here are on a double joint here in the back, so you just rotate it upwards and it should snap there on these two little tabs. Though unfortunately the right leg doesn't actually stay in place. And that's pretty much about the legs. So now you just want to fold down the waist guard like that. These doors have to come to the front so the matrix is all closed up and sealed. Come to the back, split the front of the cabin like that, which rotates on these two hinges here. And you just want to fold the arms and lock the shoulders into place like that, and just move the shoulder guards upwards. And if you come here at the back, you see this little lever, so you just want to flip that up, and there you have Optimus Prime in his robot mode, which really simple design, straightforward, quite show accurate again, and that's pretty much it for the transformation. So taking a closer look at the head sculpt, pretty decent head sculpt, not too much detailing going on about it. You've got some silver here on the top for the mouth, the chin, and as you can see the flippable mouth guard is hidden down there. I mean, it's quite obvious, it doesn't go all the way up, doesn't go all the way down, sorry, unfortunately. But I mean, not too much of a flaw. And you also have, again, red, this really nice clear blue that allows you to see through where the matrix is stored, and this can open. But to actually open this, you need to flip up the skirt and just flip it down, because it's all in one hinge, so it's easier to move that out of the way. And there you have a matrix in there that can be removed, but it's not easy, so I'll just leave it there. And the matrix is not a very wow design. I mean, you don't even have clear plastic like some of the others do, you just have that orangey color in the center, and it's a pretty basic matrix. So let's close that up, and moving down, you've got this injection gray plastic, which also goes on the biceps and on the legs. You've got some yellow paint there, I think that's painted, and again some silver and orange for the knees, and black for the toes and the fingers. I mean, it's a pretty basic design, there's not all that much detailing about it, but I mean, it's expected. This is from 2010 or something, it's quite an old figure. As for articulation, the head is rotatable 360 degrees, really stiff though, and that's pretty much it about the head. I mean, it's an old design, so don't expect too much. The shoulder are movable. I mean, they can move upwards and downwards and in and out. You have a full rotation on the shoulder on a friction joint. Then you have a full rotation on the bicep, again on a friction joint. And then you have some really strong ratchets on the elbows, just above 90 degrees, and you can also bend 90 degrees backwards because of the transformation. Obviously you have no waist articulation whatsoever, and going on down to the legs, if you move these skirts out of the way, you can move them front 90 degrees, back 90 degrees on these ratchet joints, and you can also move the wheel outwards so you can have a full split. And as for the knee, you get a full 90 degree bend, and toe, you can just move it downwards up to there. I mean, really basic articulation. Now this part right here can be removed, so you're left with this little cannon, and this can be easily attached onto his hands. You have a tab on both sides that goes onto the hole in his hand. So that's pretty much it, and you can also fire the missile. Obviously this wouldn't be an Optimus Prime figure without having a super mode, and it's quite cool that he actually calls it super mode in the series.
Never! Optimus Prime! Super Mode!
So to actually transform him into the super mode, you get these two pieces, which were on the track mode. You want to split them apart. You want to just fold out the gun like that and do the same on the other side. And what you want to do now is just come to the back of the legs, flip out these parts, and then you want to move this on a slider, which allows it to move backwards, and then flip it up like so, and there you have one of the legs extended. Do the same on the other side, flip it backwards, slide it backwards is the correct word, and there you have him tooled out. Now to attach these, you have the tab right here on the top, which goes onto the back of the leg here. You just want to push that in and just slide it into this little tab here, and there you have one of the legs, and you can just flip the cannon upwards as well. So do this on the other side as well. Just wanna push that tab in like so. And there you have the legs all done. Now as for this part, I've pretty much just left it as it was from the flight mode. So you want to just rotate it like that, flip these down, and you want to just rotate the weapons to face forward like that, and you open up these vest-like pieces, and basically to attach it, these just slides behind his armpits and it just closes down and keeps it secured into place. And last but not least, you want to just flip out the little wings on the side of the head, and behind the head there is also a small lever that allows you to flip out the face guard. That did it. So if you flip out the lever, the mouth guard comes on top of the mouth. Cybertron Optimus Prime in his super mode. Of course, this little gun can't be attached onto this part as it was before. And you can move the cannons however you like. Now I've gone and brought a second Cybertron key. Actually use both weapon functions. So this one just flips out these, whatever these are. And as for the second one, as soon as you enable it, it flips out. So the second one should flip out the two missiles here on the side, which can also be fired. As for size comparison, here he is with Transart's Metal Rat, aka Transmetal Rat Trap. Here he is with Cybertron's Voyager class, Leo Prime, and this one can be transformed and added onto one of the arms, just like in the show, but believe me, it just looks quite silly, and it's near impossible to actually have him together with this on top. You actually need to use the Jetfire figure to actually put him on. Here he is with Lego's Venom. I mean, in terms of height, I think Venom is a bit taller, but more or less the same size. And here he is with an absolutely stunning figure, Transart's Metal T-Rex, aka Transmetal Megatron, which obviously towers a bit on top of Optimus Prime there. So that's pretty much it about this figure. I mean, it's quite a basic figure. The super mode is quite interesting. I mean, I would like to have the third-party one because it looks really amazing on the photos, but as I've said before, the issues that some people have risen up really does give me concerns whether or not I should buy it. But for now, I do have this one, so I'm quite happy with it. When I got it back in the day, this was quite an awesome figure for the time it was released. And as far as Leader Class figures go, I'm quite happy, especially considering how old this is. So I'll probably just give it a 3 out of 5. Of course, the articulation is a bit lacking, and there is some balance issues because the little shocks here should not have been so hard. I mean, even considering the weight this thing has, they still pop down, so he does wobble quite a bit. And of course, back lives do matter, and he's quite back heavy. But other than that, this is quite a fun figure. If you have it, lucky you. If you don't have it, it's probably quite hard to find right now. But considering all the new re-releases, I'm guessing they might actually release this one as well. I know they have made some legacy figure that is not actually the same, but just a representation of this one. So until next time, take care, stay geeky, have a great day.